Hey, we got Greg Reitz live, and now Kurt gets live. Nexa Mortgage from the lending side. Greg Reitz, the Greg Reitz Real Estate Team, Fresno, California, Clovis, Madera. We got you covered in the Central Valley of California, put it that way, and the Central Coast too. We got you covered. So, uh, got a couple quick headlines here, guys. News in the real estate and the loan industry, and Kurt's going to handle the loan side of it. We're going to be quick and in and out. And I'm just going to start by saying this: it's a great time to buy, right, Kurt?
Absolutely.
And it's because, well, a lot of reasons. Market is slightly corrected on pricing. The buyers are negotiating great price opportunities. Besides the price being a little bit lower on price, they're also negotiating off that price and getting a lot of incentives. That's the good news. And I'm going to let Kurt talk about the rates in just a moment. The headline that I like to give one massive headline. Okay. Prices have slightly dropped again for the month of November. They've been correcting slowly but surely over the last few months. That's been good news for buyers that were on the fence because now they can get the price they want on the terms they want at the payment they want. That's a win-win situation for buyers. You couldn't do it before. You were, paying massive amounts over or at or above asking. Not now. So prices correcting is a great negotiating tool for buyers, and we have massive amount of escrows on the board. Many of those are buyers getting the deals that they want. There's no reason to wait and putting your dream on hold and paying these huge amounts for historically high rates for rents. Rents are not going down. They're not. They're going this way. So you're gonna pay a lot more. And I can get you in a home. Me and Kurt can get you in the home and a loan that fits your budget, cheaper than next month's rent. We have the home and the loan cheaper than next month's rent. So why pay rent? I just got off the phone with a guy, Kurt, a few minutes ago, named Jason.
Hmm.
We're remodeling three homes, entry level, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. This one is going to be 265,000, Southwest Fresno. The other one is
Cool.
308,000, approximately in Southeast Fresno, all brand new, newer roofs, ACs, cabinets, everything.
That's
He
great.
couldn't believe it. He goes, "Wow, I'm paying so much for it." I said, "I got it, boss. That's why you're better off buying these entry level homes or above. It's great." So it's a great time to buy. That's my news. And Kurt, take over on the loan side.
Yeah, I'd second that. This is the best time to buy. I've always said that the best time to buy is right before Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's, because half the people that are looking for a house are no longer looking. They're worried about holidays, they're worried about vacations, kids are out of school, they got all this stuff going on. So now is a really good time to take advantage and to have your offer be one of the few offers that might be on that property. I've said that for 10 years. I believe it. And we're really busy during that time period because we send stuff out to all of our buyers to say, hey, this is the time to take advantage. There's little hidden gems out there that nobody else is looking at because they're worried about, what's for Thanksgiving dinner. So yeah, I say definitely now is the time. um, a little bit of news on rates. Rates are creeping a little bit better today. They kind of went back up yesterday, but we had that big improvement last week. Rates got about 3/4 of a point better. Monday, we expected it, and it happened. The rates crept back up anywhere from an eighth to a quarter point. So rates are they're staying fairly steady. There was a article that the Fed came out and said, "Hey, we're gonna hold on these rates for a little bit. We're gonna try to keep them propped up because in order to really tackle inflation, they have to have the rates high. So once those rates on inflation start to really truly drop, we're going to get what we saw last week, which was a more significant drop. They're now saying anywhere from, I'd say, 3 to 6 months, something like that, before we see a significant drop. Now, that's not to say that we won't get improvements like today, but it's definitely heading in the right direction. I think we're at the top of the market for the most part. And so things can really get better from here.
Yeah, top of the market on rates, but the
I think
market
so.
correcting down on home prices, which makes it better for the buyers, right?
Right, right.
Yeah,
That's
and
exactly
so
right.
so you're right about that. That's great. So tell me, we're doing a lot of these loans right now, Kurt. I knew with 2-to-1 buy downs,
Hmm.
and your other agents working with you. Tell the public a little bit about that 2-to-1 buy down.
Yeah, so the 2-1 buy down is a tool that's really good to help soften the blow for these high payments right now, because what it does is it lowers your payment by 2% the first year. It's lowered by 1% the second year, and then the third year you would go back to the full rate. Now everybody is expecting, all the talking heads, everybody that we subscribe to and follow, they're all saying that rates are going to get better. The big question is when, it's not if. So some people are saying 6 months, some people are saying 12 to 18. We just don't know. So that's not a reason to put your house on hold, because now is a good time, because the rates are a little bit higher for buyers. So I have a fear that once our rates drop below, I'd say below 6, once we're back in the 5s, there is such a pent up demand for housing that this market's going to take off again. We're going to have multiple offers. We're going to have overappraised value. We're going to have all kinds of craziness like we had before. So I'd say now is definitely the time before those rates drop, because you can take advantage. You could save, you could save a ton of money. If you're in a multiple buyer situation and you're in a bidding war and you're buying a $300,000 house, that house could go for 315. It could go for 320. Right now, if you can get that house for 300 while there's less buyers, now's the time to do it.
Well, let me add one more factor to that. We're getting the sellers to pay the closing cost and the 2-to-1 buy down.
Yes.
Up to $25,000. 15 to 25 is normal that our sellers are paying. That for our buyers, the sellers are paying for the buyers to buy down that interest rate. So, and then pay all the closing costs. The buyers are coming in with just a small down payment.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And that buy down.
And if you add the down payment assistance that Kurt has on top of the closing costs for free, boss, you're getting an house into next to nothing or free. Let's go.
Yep. Right, it's a good time to do it. We actually just came out with a 3-2-1 buy down as well. And this one's interesting. I like it. This 3-2-1 buy down, there's a seller credit that pays for it, and there's also a lender credit that pays for it, where you can get 3% off your rate for the first year. Second year is 2%, and the third year is 1%. And that's not a loan that I think is going to be good for everybody, because the rate is a little bit higher up front because we have to do a lender credit. But we've got so many options to help soften this time that, there's really no reason to sit on the fence. Now's the time to get out and go.
I agree. That's absolutely what we're seeing, and our buyers are very happy right now. Look, let me do a 1-minute analysis here. Easy to understand in layman's terms, basic terms for the whole public here. Let's say you're paying $2,000 a month for rent, and you said, I'm going to wait, Greg and Kurt, we're going to wait until 2023, a year from now, to buy, because I think the house might be a little bit cheaper, maybe interest rate might be a little bit cheaper, but maybe not. So they say, okay, let's say it drops a house at 400,000, which is the average price in Fresno, Madera County is 400,000, and let's say it corrects down to 380 in a year. That's 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
How much does that reflect on a payment? Hardly anything. It's about $6 for every 1,000. So 20 times 6 would be about $120 a month.
Yep.
$120 a month by waiting a year. Hold on. But that means that market is moving now, and you're going to have multiple offers or not. And the secondary thing to think about is you're going to put another $2,000 a month for 12 months. You're going to lose another $24,000. Now you're trying to save 20 by waiting, and you're losing 24 on rent. And you're losing right off. Yep. Makes no sense.
A wise man once said, "Rent is 100% interest rate."
That's right. That's right. So you're better off moving now, buyers. That's right. I'm saying. And then we get the 2-to-1 buy down. You don't have to worry about the rate. You're thinking, I'm going to wait for a year for the prices to correct, maybe a little bit, and then maybe the interest rate will go down a little bit. Okay, hold on. We can do the 2-to-1 buy down right now, which means if it's 6% right now, it'll be 4% right now for the first year, which takes you up to the year you're going to wait, and you're going to get a very low payment, like $500-600 a month less right now. Then it adjusts to 5% or 1 point more, 1 point below what you agreed on it. Let's say it's 6. Then you're at 5. By then you're 2 years out. The rates will be lower. You refinance the property, and don't forget, you didn't have to pay your closing costs because we got the seller to pay them for you. It's a win-win-win, right, Kurt?
That's right. Yep.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, and I just had a guy. I got it. We have the system over in the Central Coast, and I got an agent over there working with me, and he shot me 3 homes that for investment over there that I'm looking at. and I just bought 3 properties that we're rehabbing, right?
Hmm.
It is the time to buy.
Yeah.
So I like to put my money where my mouth is. My mouth is this time to buy, and I've done it 3 times
Yep.
right now. Got 3 of them going. So it is the time to buy. Uh,
Absolutely.
so, guys, that's all we have. It's time. You can get a hold of Kurt. He's got his number and his website. What's your number and website, Kurt?
That's right. It is 559-392-5009, and the website is just kurtgetz.com.
KurtGoetz.com. Getz, Goetz. I always get
Yep.
confused on that.
That's it.
Confused, we call it. And mine
Uh-huh.
is Greg Greg Reitz Real Estate Team, Reitz Team, REITZ Team, 559-260-1777. 559-260-1777. And you can go to FresnoMaderoHomesearch.com. FresnoMaderoHomesearch.com. We have the home and we have the loan. We have the news and we have the rates. Kurt is a real estate mortgage broker, so he's direct connection to the bank. What does that mean? You cut the
Yeah,
middleman loose. No middleman over
that's
here, boss.
right.
I'm a direct connect agent broker. We cut
Hmm.
the middleman. Let's go. We got the home and the loan. We pass the savings on to you. It's time. Look forward to the phone call. Internet leads coming in. Talk to you soon.
I
Anything
love
else,
it.
Kurt?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, that's it.
All
All right,
right.
talk to you soon.
Thanks,
All right,
Greg.
bye.
Bye-bye.